It is Finance Friday, and First Ontario Credit Union's Chief Risk Officer, Mark Perkins, joins us now with a viewer question about credit reporting. So we'll get right into it. Tamara from Hamilton asks, I recently found out my mortgage lender isn't regulated to report to the credit bureau. Suddenly, she says, I understood why my credit score, although good, has remained stagnant for 17 years. My mortgage renews this year, and I am wondering if I should be looking elsewhere for a reportable mortgage I can get credit recognition for. Can you expand on kind of what this means? Like what kind of situations?
Yeah, so start off, so a credit bureau is like a credit reporting agency. So there's two in Canada.
Two main ones,
yeah. Two main ones. They compile your credit history, your relationship with credit grantors, and I use that term because it's not always lenders, but the two main ones are Equifax and TransUnion. So they compile information and they come up with a credit score or a credit rating, and financial institutions, lenders, and credit grantors rely on that to determine your credit worthiness. So there's a lot of factors which go into it. And to Tamara's question, reporting is not mandatory. So it really depends on who you're working with. They may report to one of the credit agencies, not both, and they may report to none. So specifically for Tamara's question, if it's a decision criteria that's really important to her, it is something she can look at. She can talk to her financial institution with her mortgage, ask them to report it. They may or may not. Mortgages tend to be a fairly lower risk credit product.
Like, what is a reportable mortgage? I've never actually heard of that.
Well, it's any credit you have with any vendor, whether it's a car loan, line of credit, mortgage, can be reported to the credit agencies, but there's a cost to it. So because mortgages, again, are a fairly low risk product, many financial institutions may not report on it because most people pay their mortgage. Now, if you miss a payment, they're going to report that one.
Okay.
So that's something you got to be aware of. And the other thing for Tamara too is, again, mortgages are not a significant indicator from a positive perspective on your credit bureau. So it may not actually increase her credit score that much. It's more revolving credit cards, any missed payments with any vendor, cell phone provider, insurance company, anything like that.
And there are things described as soft hits and hard hits on your credit score.
Yeah, so a hard hit is when you're applying for something and you say, like, I want you to check with I want a loan from you. They will do a hard hit because they want all the details. A soft hit is basically just getting your score, but not all the details in the report, which it shows your historical relationship with different vendors. And that is something that you can get, we do it on an annual basis for our members because we want to stay up to date with where their credit their credit ratings are. So again, the soft hit doesn't count as a negative, but a hard hit does because it means you have signed off and said, I am seeking credit, not just inquiring about credit.
Okay, and I know that I know through kind of cybersecurity breaches or whatever, sometimes an agency will offer you, you'll get free credit score access kind of thing. So it's like I check my credit score quite often because I know, okay, now I know where to find it. How do you find your credit score?
So you can apply directly with TransUnion or Equifax.
Okay.
Go to their websites, educate yourself, find out what can impact your credit score. That's an interesting one because we see a lot of ads and a lot of companies out there advertising manage your credit. You can, it's big in the US in terms of, how can I raise my credit score to get access to credit? But that fraud, that cyber security piece is a real benefit to tracking your credit score. And I've seen situations, and it can be extremely destructive if your personal information's been stolen and you're not monitoring it. And when you go to seek credit, your score is terrible, you have no idea why, and when you get your credit report, then you've identified 3, 4, 5, and they always start with 1, and if you don't pick it up, then they hit you hard. So yeah.
So great question, Tamara, thanks very much, and of course, great answers. And don't forget to email your questions to financefriday@firstontario.com, and if your question or topic is selected to be covered on air, you'll receive a gift card from First Ontario Credit Union.